Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so as you can see, Green Wall back in Baltimore. It is day 4 of our Periscope challenge, which is pretty freaking awesome. Lots and lots of prospects into paying clients. Yay! So, welcome, everyone. Welcome. If you're just joining us now, I want to say good morning and hello. Hair dryer broke during the travel. Not so great, but we're in good shape. So let's do a little recap review. I want to talk about what we've been doing the last 4 days, 3 days, 4 days of our challenge. So, prospects to paying clients. That's our challenge. That's our theme. Hello and welcome, 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 welcome. So, on day 1, we talked about keeping it fresh. Okay, oh, yay, hearts! I love the hearts. I get crazy about them. Okay, so prospects to paying clients. Yay! Oh, yay! So good to see everybody. So great to see everybody live. So, keep it fresh. What does that mean? Okay, so keeping it fresh means when someone checks in with you to ask to work with you, quick response time. When somebody is in their most need space, like they have the most pain in their problem or they're most excited to make the change, it's happening in the moment that they're reaching out to you. The time that elapses away from the time of them reaching out to you responding, that's that magical window that you really want to get into. Now, what happens if you don't? Because don't sweat it. I mean, I was traveling for a couple days and I got a couple of emails that I didn't get a chance to respond to right away. No sweat. And then start your fast follow-up. So make sure that you respond on day 1 when they reach out, day 2, day 3, day 4. I do about 4 days in a row of connecting to get someone onto a call, and then I set them into my set it and forget it formula, which I'm going to talk about today. Good stuff. Okay, never leave a call without it was day number 2. What's this all about? This is all about the fact that some people, a lot of people, probably like 2/3 of the people that you're looking to work with, they don't buy immediately on a call. And so what happens is most people hear, oh, this is really great. I'd like to think about it. Can we check back in later? I'd like to think about it. I need to go think about it. I need to look at my finances, talk to my husband, all those things. And then you leave the call and they're off. They're off in the ether and they don't turn into paying clients ever again. Not good. So what do? I mapped out my whole system for creating a multi-step sales container. You'll have to go watch the whole video to just check out all the pieces, but here's the major framework. Number 1, you never, ever get off a first sales call without setting up a follow-up call if the person is not at yes. The way to do it is you want to create a selling container where you give them an exercise. Pardon me, I gave you a great exercise to use. It's my inner guidance check-in where it has them checking in to see what they want, how working together with you can help them get it, any fears or doubts or worries or concerns that come up about this, so you can address those on call number 2 or number 3, and then also allowing you to then let the person show up being pre-sold because they're really there. They're in it with you. They're looking for a sign. I always ask for folks to look for a sign about how we should work together. And then you show up on that call, and tomorrow I'm going to tell you everything you should say on that follow-up call. So that's never leave a call without it. Don't allow the not follow-up to not happen. Always be in following up. And turn your last 20 yes buts or no's into 20 paying clients. So yesterday I know my scope kind of got a little wonky because I was out on the road. But what I really want for you to do is to take back a look, and this is a perfect time because we're in November. Look back over your entire year of all those people who, I think so fondly of someone who told me at the beginning of the summer, I really, really want to work with you, but I can't until the end of the summer. Now, here's the thing. Matter of fact, she just was not in a place to say yes at the beginning of the summer. So I could have just said, okay, and let it go, and then never, ever followed up with her. But I did check in right after the summer, and guess what? She still wasn't there. Now, most people would let it go. What I do is I keep in touch with her. And I'm going to be reaching out to her again soon just to do that check-in to see if this is the right time and space. Because here's the thing. Some people are not ready to do what needs to be done to get what they want at the time that they meet you. You two are in connection. It is no accident if you have people crisscross your paths, either if you're reaching out or they're coming to you. There's no accident that you're meant to connect. There's just too many people in the world for it not to match up that it really is meant to be. But some people just are not ready. I had that experience myself. I think I told an example of how there's a person who I'm currently working with on some internal stuff, And I met her, and it took probably, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months for us to work together, but she persisted with me, which was freaking awesome. Part of why I agreed to work with her as well. But I just wasn't ready at the time. I really was not ready. And then once I became ready, we started working together, amazing results, good stuff. So one of the challenges I gave to you was to gather those lists of 20 people and to follow up with them, to reach out to them with personal messages that say, hey, Sarah. And just so you guys know, I always use the name Sarah as my person. But hey, Sarah, I remember you were struggling with XYZ, and I say it specifically. Or I remember that we talked about this specific thing. How's everything going for you? Would love to hop on a quick call and reconnect. Now, it's not, can you get on a call? Do you want to get on a call? It's, hey, let's get on a call and reconnect. I'm being specific, I'm being personal, and I'm reaching back out. And the best part of all is when people know that you're around, there is like this, so you know you need know, like, and trust in order for someone to buy from you. Well, if, let's say, you talked to somebody 8 months ago, and then they pop back up again, that know, like, and trust factor is somehow strengthened because you're still around 8 months later. And in our online world, a lot of people kind of are flash in the pans, come and go, their businesses change all the time. When you can show that you're solid, that you're real, and you remember them, they're going to be interested in re-engaging and seeing what that looks like. And I like to partner my outreach with that individual message with some irresistible offers. So I'll create something irresistible. What I might also do is, just recently I increased my rate. I've been speaking like a 4-year-old. Our son has lots of fun words he makes up. I increased my rates. I also added to my package. I made it really nice and juicy. But I reached out to a couple of people who I've talked with in the past, and I offered them my previous rates just within this month. And that's a really great irresistible offer to them. We have a previous connection. It's an easier, I'd say, sell because we already have a previous relationship. Irresistible offers, good stuff. Speaking of irresistible offers, before I forget, I'm hosting a call on Tuesday, the 17th, where I'm going to talk about how to create 3 irresistible offers. It's called The Power of 3. It's up in the little line. It's epic@sales.com/power of 3. I use 3 irresistible offers on all of my sales calls so that my folks are not saying, do I want to work with you, yes or no? They're answering, which way do they want to work with me? It is a fabulous technique. It's one I've been using for years. I love it because I've had a lot of clients who started working with me with a small bite, and after that small bite, they were ready to take a bigger bite. Whereas if I had only one way to work with them, or only 2 big bites, or 1 little and 1 medium, they may not have progressed with me. But I give 3 irresistible offers, and on Tuesday the 17th at 3 Eastern, I'm going to show you guys how to create those 3, how to deliver them, and how to craft them in a way that has your prospect actually thinking you literally made this container for them. Like you literally sat down with them and wrote out the magic of what they wanted, and then you said, do you want this? They're going to feel that way. So check back in on the 17th. It'll be awesome. Okay, so today is about set it and forget it. And thank you, Ron Popeil. If any of you guys have ever watched infomercials, I'm cracking myself up. Set it and forget it. So here's the thing to know. I suck at following systems. Just not good at it. I get bored. I get distracted. I get excited about new things. I can do step 1. Sometimes I can do step 2. And by the time I get to step 3, I'm running off. Which is why I only have a 5-step sales system because it's super simple. So one thing I realized was when it came to complicated ways to follow up with leads, I just wasn't going to do it. You can have magical sales funnels and Infusionsoft or whatever, lead generation that you're using where you walk people through. Oh, yay. So happy to share. And lots of hearts. So you can have really complex funnels where people come in, and if they go into this place, they get another email sequence, and you can do all that. And it's smart, and you should. And, pardon me, when you have a lot of leads coming your way, or if you're doing a lot of outreach, when you do outreach, someone's not in your system necessarily. So how do you keep track of all that? Because it could just go haywire for me. Yay, more hearts. I like to keep things as simple as freaking possible. So here's my super simple set it and forget it follow-up formula. It's so simple. I feel like I need to lead up to it and then dive out. I pick 1 day a week, which is Friday, because I like the alliteration of follow-up Friday, where I do all my follow-ups. So If somebody reaches out to me or I reach out to them a month ago, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Saturday, any day, it doesn't matter. I connect with them. I try to really quickly engage and get them on a call. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter, because every Friday I pull up my email account. I pull up my multiple emails. I pull up my Facebook IM. I pop over into Twitter. I look on LinkedIn. I look in all my places that I have unclosed loops, where let's say I connected with somebody but we didn't set a date and time, or let's say we scheduled a call and something came up and they needed to reschedule but it didn't get booked back on my calendar, or I reach out to someone and we emailed back and forth, or I am back and forth, but we never got to get the call going space. And every Friday I just look through that list. I pick the ones that feel really energetic to me, like they feel connected, that they might need a touch or a connection. I'll go and look at their Facebook pages or see where they are online and see what's going on. So love it, all those hearts. And find out what is going on for them right now that they need, and I reach out to them. Now, here's what's really awesome about this. If I see on my follow-up Friday that, I reach out to someone 3 Fridays in a row and I haven't heard back, well, they go out of the rotation. Maybe I don't follow up for them for another 30 days or so. Or maybe if I'm looking at the person's name and I remember what we talked about, I'm so glad you like the tips. Yay! And again, they should be small and digestible. I want you guys to do everything. Because why does follow-up work? I do have to interject. This is the coolest thing. So why does follow-up work? If you're doing a launch and you want to fill your program, I have some clients right now that are in the midst of their launches, and you put it out there. You get some people who apply, you get some people who initially buy, but there's this whole group of people who raise their hand that they're interested, but they don't take action. What most people do is they let that go. And then they go and they bitch and complain. Where are my people? Why don't I have more people? Do I need to do another webinar? What I teach my clients how to do is how to take all those people that raise their hands. And by raising their hands, what I mean is if you offered a webinar and let's say 100 people signed up for the webinar and 4 people bought. Well, those 96, let's test the math. Those 96 people that raise their hand to check out your webinar are possible prospects for your offer because they were interested enough to go there. Now, what you can even do is drill down even further, look and see how many people actually showed up live on the call. Let's say 100 people registered for your webinar. Let's say 35 signed up for your call, and let's say 4 bought. So that's 31 people who showed up live who didn't bought. Well, I instruct my clients to go back and reach out to all 31 of those folks and invite them to have a call, to give them some messages to reconnect, re-engage, because they've shown that they're interested. And that's why many of my clients, they sell out on their programs. They do the outreach. They find the new people. They check in with people who are around them. They don't let any stone go unturned. And it's not even about crazy amounts of work. It's about identifying and seeing who your ideal prospects are. So just had to interject that nugget in there. But here's what I really want for you to take away from our today is set it and forget it. Do not worry about complicated systems for outreach. If you've got a sales funnel and someone's coming in through Facebook ads and they naturally matriculate and go into your list, great. Keep that going. That's fantastic. If you're reaching out to somebody, or if someone IMs you or emails you, those leads that kind of come in, or someone fills in an application, take those leads differently and go ahead and create for yourself a 1 day a week or twice a month or once a month. You'll know what your rhythm is. I recommend it should be at least once a week, especially at the start, because you want to just get into that rhythm and that habit. And once a week, I look at all my leads. I don't always reach out to every single person every Friday. So I might look at my list of 10 or 20 people that reached out to me in the last week or two, and I see the ones that are ready to take action. I look to see, did I know someone posting a bunch of questions online about sales? Did I notice that they're just being more visible? Have I not seen them? Do they need to be checked back in? Did when we talked, they said, I really want to talk with you. In fact, I have somebody who may be on the scope today, but who said to me, Laura, I want to work with you in mid-December. I know I'll be ready at that point. So guess what? She's on my little book. She knows that mid-December on that Friday, she's going to get a little call or a little IM or a little check-in because I'm going to keep track of that. Super simple. You don't need anything complex. Yeah, you. You don't need anything complex. You don't need anything crazy. I actually have a little Excel spreadsheet that I use that, I'm going to pop it into my Facebook group. So you guys, if you want, pop over to my Facebook group Epic at Sales, just go on, the Facebook header, Facebook groups / Epic at Sales. I'll put it in. It literally just says person's name, their contact information. Did you have a call? What were their objections or what were their challenges, and when are you supposed to reach back out? Dead simple. Keep it simple and you will follow it. So one day a week I choose. Mine's Friday. I just scroll through. Not every single person gets a follow-up every single Friday, but I reach out to the ones that I feel like it's time to reconnect. And here's my general order. I will reach out heavy when we first connect, maybe 3 or 4 times, get on that call. And then in 2 weeks, I'll do a check-in, and then about 30 days, and then about 30 days more. It's not a magic science. I don't worry about it being perfect. I just make sure that I keep in consistent connection, because what I really want is, and I feel that it's your duty and my duty as someone out there in the entrepreneurial world, is you need to be present when the people who need you are asking for your help. Because the people out there who are like, I need a brand manager, I need a Facebook ads manager, I need a virtual assistant, I need a business coach, I need a sales coach, I need anything, I need a sandwich, anything that you do. When they have that need, they're going to go look around, and you want to be somebody who's showing up there. Here's another little tip I love. So why I love Facebook and why I love IMing people is because, I'm looking for my phone and I'm using it. How do you not get frustrated when you get no response? Brilliant. Okay, so this is actually what I'm talking about. So on Facebook, when you message somebody, you can see if they saw the message. It's in the little box. You can also send emails out where you ask for responses. But you can see if someone responded. So I like to use a little message that says, hey, sometimes you get busy and it's easier to hop on a call. Or, hey, is it easier to do a message instead of getting on a call? And here's the answer to how do I not get frustrated when no one responds? Because I do a ton of outreach. I'm never worried if one person doesn't respond, because there are so many people in the world. So let's say I reach out to 45 people and only 3 people respond. I don't even worry about the other people who didn't respond. Those 3 get my total focus and attention. If someone reaches out to me and wants to work with me, I do my due diligence to connect with them as much as I can to get them into a call. And if they don't respond, I don't even sweat it. In fact, I like to call it universally stacking the deck in my favor. What I'll normally do is go out and reach out to 6 more people if one person doesn't respond to me, and it counterbalances. I just don't worry and don't let it be a thing that anyone didn't respond. I'm only looking for the people who do respond. Super simple. Keep it easy. I also realize that, a lead coming to me is just a lead. I respect that that's a human being on the other side of it, but it's just one person. It's not the last person that's ever going to come my way. I'm out there. I'm visible. I make sure that everybody knows if they need me, where to find me, how to get me. And that's what you can do for yourself too. So there's no need to be in a worry space of, will I get this client or not? Well, what if this person doesn't respond to me? The other thing I will say is, if you're not getting responses, oh, yay. So glad you love that. If you're not getting responses to your emails and your outreach, here's one of the most powerful things I ever learned about copy and about sales. Most people speak I. In fact, you can hear me. I've been saying a lot of I's and me's. I use myself as an example, so it kind of works. But if you want to get someone to respond to you, you need to be speaking to them and their language. So every time you write a message, you're like, I just wanted to reach out. I noticed you. I think you're awesome. Flip the script. Replace every I or me with a you or a we. Simple, simple, simple. So you might want to say, hey, so-and-so, I noticed we have a lot of people in common. You look like you're up to amazing things, and I'd love to get to know more about you. And you hear in there's only one I in there. There's lots of yous and we's. So as you start to write messages to folks, just look at the words you're using. And anytime you can replace I or me with you or we, anytime you can flip it and be focused on your prospect, they're going to respond. So for instance, part of why I love doing a lot of outreach is if I send out 20 messages and only one person responds, I'll look at my message. I'll see, is it really client focused versus me focused? And then I'll tweak it if I need to. So hope this was super helpful. If you need some support, I am doing a call on the 17th. Power 3. It's epicatsales.com/Power 3. I'm going to show you how to craft 3 irresistible offers, how to be super comfortable and natural with delivering them, because here's the thing. On a sales call, you, oh yay, I'm so glad it was helpful. When you are offering something, you have to know what you're offering, and it has to be really awesome. So I'm going to teach everyone how to just create a compelling offer, but also how to craft it and describe it so the person on the other end of the phone thinks that you actually made it just for them. So good stuff. epicatsales.com/follow-up. Hope to see you guys. Mwah! Have a lovely day. Uh-oh, we're going to get some bloopers. I can't get my phone to turn off. Bye, everyone.